what we have been needing. Quest 3 is giving us some new mixed reality insights. Now, there's not a whole lot still. Obviously, these leaks I feel that are going to be on purpose due to marketing and also to just kind of overhype the situation of how they're going to actually have a selling point for Quest. So they're hinting that Quest 3 is capable of intelligently understanding and responding to objects in your physical space, but hasn't yet gone into detail about what that actually means. So with Quest 3 giving us this new enhanced mixed reality, they are really pushing to the forefront this augmented perspective, just obviously with the success of Pokemon Go. PSVR 2 actually has a massive scanner like this also already, but again, that's not a standalone headset. When they're showing this, it shows that it visualizes depth mapping coming from the headset, likely representing a depth sensor. As it pans around the room, a detailed environment mesh is visible on furniture and objects. Now, I do know in terms of augmented reality, Apple Vision Pro is going to be heavy on this. PSVR 2 has their own version, not really a mixed reality, but just this scanner. So Quest 3 is kind of coming in between, trying to embrace the Quest Pro feature, whatever they can bring to a standalone, while enhancing their augmented reality experiences. But there's a whole grayscale of what's going on, whether it's mixed reality, augmented reality, or pass through. Regardless of what they want to call it, they just want to be able to start meshing and giving us that hybrid formality of actual reality and the VR world, right? And especially with the enhancements of AI and everything coming around, the world just needs to be meshed. We're all looking, we're all shuffling for what's the new hot thing. Is it this VR gimmick aspect, or is it something that's really going to change lives? And usually mixed reality is going to be one of those first components, starting with augmented reality. So Quest is doing good with that, showing that the basic Quest that we have now can do some of the real standard beginner features, but it shows a mixed reality character also standing on the real couch and climbing over it, an example of occlusion, while casting a realistic shadow across the scene. Without occlusion, the character would be rendered in front or would always break the illusion. Occlusion is arguably as important to mixed reality as positional tracking is to VR. They did make this very enhanced. Now, this is great for virtual pet, probably to enhance far more of a social experience, to bring the experience into your home. That's what they're trying to say. In the comfort of your home, how can we get this to where we feeling dynamic, to where games can really get on board with us to be able to do these types of things? Because again, mixed reality is a very complex feature that can make or break situations. If it's terrible, if it's just not a great experience, then people are just not going to really enjoy this. But if it really is a success in terms of this, especially something like this, it's a bold feature to have on a standalone VR headset, again, because these things can tend to be overhyped at times. My real question is how much in depth can we do this? What games are really going to excel in these situations? They have a free game like Spatial Ops. I know Aspire was one of those games, but these are kind of just one and done games that are just like, not too much friendly. There's a couple of horror games that try to use this mixed pass through, but it still takes forever to set up. How long does this take to set up? Is this a simple activation? With Quest 3 in the recent leaks also, they did have how you're able to just really immediately put down your controllers, you get into hand tracking, right? How immediately can we get into a mixed pass through or mixed reality or augmented reality experience where it enhances our surroundings to bring the game to us? How fast can we do that, right? Anything that is not as simplified up until this moment tends to be overlooked just due to the situation, the setup, the complexity of it, and of course, if we need another additional mod to get into a PC, everything's always embraced as this standalone phenomenon until like we have to do something else with the PC. Oh, you got to connect to the PC for a one-time only guarantee. That just gets extremely exhausting for standalone VR users. I'm not talking about PC VR. PC VR can rock out their own thing. But let's see what Quest 3 does do. Again, another feature that we don't know to what extent this goes into the narrow formality that Quest is going in, where they're giving us so much stuff, but nothing really goes in depth. It's kind of just like, hey, we have this now. Hey, we're trying this now. Hey, and there's no real execution. That's what happened for the back end of Quest 2, and it became real flatline. VR got very boring, less intriguing, just due to so many features, but nothing really went in depth to keep us there, other than Ghost of Tabor probably being the best game in Contractors. Pretty cool feature. I'm excited for mixed reality. We just got to see to what extent like we're gonna be able to utilize this. What games are actually gonna be adopting this first? I believe we still had to master hand tracking as a standalone anyway. So again, another feature that we're yet gonna be able to master. Now these are things we could always dabble into. It just won't be a full master, man. So y'all gotta let me know what's up. I thought that was pretty cool to just check this out, and let's continue to grind shine. I appreciate y'all hitting this up with a thumbs up, subscribe. Peace.